Hey folks, welcome to Fresh Produce. I'm Pete from BTI. Okay, we just had a recent launch from Industry 9, and I wanted to talk about these new Solix hubs and the wheels that go along with them. We're shooting this a little early, so we don't actually have the wheels yet, but let's dive into the hubs. That's what really makes the system unique and the really big product launch side from Industry 9. So, of course, the full range of colors. Solix is a road or drop bar style specific hub. We're selling them in sets. This is a little different than what we've done before, but it does ensure that you're getting matching colors. Sometimes anodization can be a little hard to match, so this is a really great way to be sure that the front and rear hubs are going to be matching. So let's dive into what makes this hub unique. Industry 9's been learning from their past hubs that were much more focused on the mountainside, and they brought some of that experience into a road hub. But what's really important on road, maybe it's not engagement quite so much. That can be helpful in certain situations, and these have an extremely fast engagement, less than 1 degree at this point. But they know that if they just made fast engagement, they're also going to add some friction. So they did a whole lot of work optimizing the low rolling resistance properties of this new Solix hub so it can still be really competitive on the road market. These are only available in center lock. They do come in a wide variety of free hubs, as you can see here, and both 28 and 24 hole spoke counts. Okay, so let's rip this thing open and take a look at what's making it tick. First of all, it does still have a nice i9 sound, but it's not quite as loud. And they've even kind of recognized that not all roadies want a super loud hub the same way that some mountain bikers do. So popping this off, end cap slides off. I'll mention this was a really tight one. I actually had to pull this off with some soft jaws before the show. So I think that kind of the only reason I mentioned that is they've done a lot of work optimizing the sealing on this hub as well. There's some new labyrinth seals that are going to really maintain the longevity of the hub and keep it clean inside. So once we take a look at what's going on in here, you can see the drive ring has been optimized and tweaked a little bit for this application. They're also using the same size bearings throughout the hub on the drive and non-drive side. The idea there is to kind of maintain even pressures on the axle itself. Once we're looking at the free hub here, they've got 5 pawls, but each of these are clocked in a way that basically just one pawl is touching the drive ring or is locked into the drive ring at a time until there's a whole bunch of force on it. And they're using the inherent flex of every hub to then get a bunch more of the pawls engaged as more power is put down. So the fact that only one pawl is really engaging when we're in kind of a low torque situation helps it roll a little faster. These pawls also have less rotation or compared to their standard hub. That's going to both keep them a little quieter and reduce that rolling resistance. They've also used a really specific leaf style spring pushing on the pawl instead of like the coiled springs they use on some of their other hubs. So yeah, all the kind of pieces and details of this are really going into making a fast rolling hub optimized for road use. It does also give you really fast engagement, which is really cool. And it's overall a very well built hub, but the key points are to make it optimized for that low friction, low rolling resistance. A high quality build from Industry 9 as always. And I think this is a really great way to bling out that drop bar bike. They've got some really competitive weights going on the complete wheels as well. The one that caught my eye is actually an aluminum wheel at a very low weight, so reasonable price with an extremely nice hub and aluminum rim. So check that out. If you'd like to try some of these new Solix hubs from Industry 9, make sure you ask at your local bike shop and tell them BTI sent you.